A big hello and a warm welcome to all of you amazing and beautiful people out there. Welcome to my channel and welcome to this collective reading. Let's see what universe wants us to know today via this reading. What are the cards telling us? Okay, so I'm being shown something interesting here. First and foremost, I can see there are a bunch of people, okay, who are planning and plotting against you. They talk about you behind your back and they try to demean you. They try to look for faults in you. They basically they basically talk badly about you for whatever reasons. Like different people have different reasons. But I can see that you are someone, if you set a goal, if you determine the best course of action, if you stay positive, you are somebody who is on the path of surrender. You are taking life as it comes. You're not the kind of person who messes around or meddles around too much into other people's business. You are God fearing and God loving, and you are one of those people who's actually positive. So, there are people who pretend to be genuine and positive and kind, and they talk very softly and politely, and they appear as they are walking gods on earth. So, this planet Earth is not about pretending to be good, pretending to be godly or godlike. Okay, this place is for people who are genuine, because actually what source loves, what God truly loves, the kind of people who are original, who are real, who are honest. Those are the people, and honest not just to the world but to the source, to source. Okay, so you stick to your path, which is a path of surrender, in a methodical way. Okay, and also with relentless focus. So the people who are against you, the people who are talking ill about you, people who are talking badly about you, who have no other good work, good job to do. See, what good people usually do is they don't look at the flaws. They believe that God has sent you here and your life story is already written. Everything is predestined and pre-written. So it is not that you will come to the planet and you can change something. Okay? If you read Ramayan, you know about Sita ji. Sita is so intelligent, so bright, so smart, highly intuitive. But still, when Ravan came to kidnap her, she could not recognize that it is Ravan, a monster, a demon. Look at the story of Kauravas and Pandavas. Pandavas are really, good people. Yudhishthir is the son of Dharma itself. And yet, he is not able to figure out when his own brothers, cousins attack him, plot against him, plan against him. And when he is stuck in that place, Dyut Krida, I don't know how many of you know about it. If you have read the epic Mahabharata or you've studied the story or heard about it, then you would know that there was a queen called Draupadi who was disrespected in a platform, in a courtroom, in a court, in a king's court, by her own brother in laws. And the husbands were sitting there and watching, and they could not do anything. They could not protect her, or they could not save her at that time. It was Lord Shri Krishna who saved her eventually. So, doesn't mean if someone is intelligent or good or kind, they are not going to face challenges, because planet Earth is meant for that. You are going to face challenges, you're going to face problems, and you're going to have to deal with situations. And that's when your real moral character will come out. It is very easy to malign other people, it is very easy to shame other people, it is very easy to blame other people, which all these people who are against you are doing. They are shaming you, they are blaming you, they are calling you names, they are saying things about you. They are looking for faults in you. They are looking for how to degrade you, how to put you down. But you are walking ahead with relentless focus. You are a hardworking person. You have a routine and you are having certain thoughts where God is with you, because you have not done anything wrong. If someone tries to fool you, if someone tries to use you, if someone tries to play tricks on your mind, it's not always necessary that you would find out. You would probably learn with time. You would learn your lessons with time. So you don't have to be perfect. But these people are claiming to be perfect while they are not perfect at all. The biggest ingenuine person on this planet is the one who makes other people feel low and downtrodden. That's not a genuine person. That's not a mark of a genuine person. A genuine person is the one who picks people up, who gives positive energy to others, who holds people in a good way, who tries to find solution, not someone who tries to always please the society, always please other people, always try to become God, always try to show good, great image of a great person. In Hindi, we have a word called Mahan. Some people are trying to be Mahan. They are so Mahan, they are so great. My God, the greatness has no heights. So that is what you're dealing with these great people. You don't have to be great. Next is Chariot. And okay, so Chariot, of course, will have challenges. A Chariot always has obstacles in their path. But again, Chariot possesses the same relentless focus that the Knight of Pentacles has, which is focus, keeping composure. You're confident in your abilities and you are going to be successful. As simple as that. You have more willpower. Negative people don't have willpower. Surrendered people have willpower because they believe in God's will. They say, God's will is my will. Whatever my destiny has decided for me, that is okay with me. I don't want more, I don't want less. I'm okay with whatever there is. They don't play tricks with people, they don't play mind games with people, but they are like Arjun. They are a true warrior. If you need to, take the sword in your hand, you are like Durga. If you're a female, you are like Durga. If you need to pull out the sword, you will, you can, you are a good warrior. But if you don't need to, then you will not. There is no need to do it, you will not do it. But there is a need to do it, then you will do it. Simple as that. So, yes, there's a Chariot energy also. All the cards are so amazing, trust me. The next card is the Sun. So basically, what I was shown from the very beginning is that all the people who are against you, they don't possess these qualities that you have. And this is the reason why those people are nowhere in front of you. In your comparison, they don't stand anywhere. Purely because their whole focus is to look for flaws in you, look for the problem. So this makes their vision impaired. If only they will see, or if only they will believe that it's God's job and hand at play, one day everyone is going to die. No matter who does what, one day we are all going to die. You, me, everybody. All those planning, plotting, it's all going to go for waste. When death comes, when the time of death comes, all planning goes for waste. So it's best to accept whatever has been given to you by God. Now the next card is the Sun, and this is again for you, because this shows you are a fun person, you're a happy person, you have vitality, you have youth and vitality and strength and warmth, most importantly. And that's why you will win through this, or you will put all of this commotion below you, because you have the enthusiasm and curiosity of a child, of a childlike person. Even those who are, it's not just one person who's against you, it's probably a group. Even someone is very close to you, but technically they may not be close to you. They could be the one passing around the information about you. And therefore, you don't need to give these people or this person, this one person or these people any more importance or attention. Just enjoy your life, just live your life. Don't get bothered, because you have a bigger goal. You have a much bigger goal to achieve, and that is to be you. They don't even know what's being you, what's presence, what's this, what's that. And I'm not saying You have to be in a superiority complex mode. No. You have to continue to be in the love mode. See, sometimes you have to know people's intentions. Now that you know their intention, now you know they don't have a positive intention about you, and you try to make things positive. You tried to make things good. Yeah. There is some situation that is not, so this is Five of Cups while I'm talking about this. There's some situation which did not turn out as expected by you. Maybe you did everything right. You provided all the correct information, or you stood your ground, you made your points. But let's say other people are not on the same page. They don't see you as someone who tried to make things good. So you have been sad and regretful, and you have been disappointed because of that. But now, if this was the case, maybe you've already done it. That's why these cards are coming up now. So I'm just reading through that particular situation. So what you have done is you did not focus on what is wrong. You focused on what is right. How you change the narrative or you change your energy is that you did not focus on how you had failed or what went wrong. In fact, the biggest thing that we need to learn is that you don't shift in a blissful situation. You never transcend or transmute a beautiful, blissful situation. You always shift when you are in that anxious moment, or in that disappointment, or in that sadness, or in the feelings of regret, or in the feeling of fear. That is a great opportunity to turn things around and turn it into the opposite energy, into your favor. So this Five of Cups energy was there, but you changed it, and because you changed your vision, your focus, your energy shifted, and then we have the Knight of Pentacles, the Chariot, and the Sun. And now we also have the King of Pentacles to add on to wealth, business, leadership, and discipline. So all of these things that happen to you, this is going to make you rich. This is going to make you wealthy. This is going to make you stable. This is going to give you the security you need. And then these people are going to regret even more, because they are trying to put you under pressure. They are trying to put you in a corner. In their small heads, they are thinking that they will put all this pressure on you. And maybe they succeeded. Maybe the person involved with you in this situation, or the bunch of people, they have succeeded in creating pressure that led to financial losses in the past. So yes, there must have been some failure, there must have been things that went wrong, but not anymore. Now you're going to manage your wealth, and God purposely put you through this situation so that you can value your wealth. Maybe earlier you would have just given it out to these people without even understanding their intentions. Now you know their intentions. Now you know what they are doing, what tricks or what games they are playing with you. Now you understand their character so much better, how money minded they are, how materialistic they are. They are always about money, 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 wealth, wealth, wealth. You're also going to make money, you're also going to earn wealth, but you're not a person who can go to any level for money, or who's trying to control the money and not give a penny to anyone. You're a giver. You have given to people, you've given to people all throughout your life. You've given. You've given to people all throughout your life. You've helped people all throughout your life. So you cannot be a miser, or you cannot be a stingy person. But now in these people's case, you have to be, because they were playing games with you so that you were in a poverty mindset, and they can stomp you under their feet, and they can show you, oh, look, we have this and we have that. But you are like, no, God is my provider, God is my giver, not you people. Nobody is my provider, nobody is my giver. Only source is, only God is. If God is giving me, then I am doing this, and I also know how to give away, and I also know who should not be given a penny because of their own bad intentions. So I think this is a pretty interesting reading, and I will wrap it over here. I will make it short and snappy, and I will see you in the next one. For personal sessions and personal readings, check out the description box and write to me at thesunamoon@gmail.com so that you can book it via the PayPal link that's given. You can also use Patreon link or PayPal link, both work fine. And you can let me know about whatever situation you're in the one-on-one session, because this would be an intuitive reading. And for therapies, there are some wonderful therapies that can really shift your energy, change your life, and make you feel happy. No matter what stage you're at, we all need work. Even at the union stage, at 3D union also, we need to do work, because 3D union is literally the beginning of something else. I won't say all of the things you do before 3D union is going for a waste. No, it's just the beginning of something else, something different, of the witness consciousness, without just saying it for intellectual entertainment, actually experiencing the witness consciousness. And that also requires practice and work, because all your life you have been doing inner work, and now it's a time to let go of everything. So yeah, I don't know how many people resonate with this, but before you resonate with it, you do have to put your mind and heart into inner work as well. There are always different things you need to do at different stages of your ascension journey. So I will see you in the next one. One love, peace out, and Victor to Ram.